here's something else I'm not supposed to say. Ain't but two genders. Two genders. Ain't nothing but men and women. And I can already see WRL out there. They licking their pencils around, trying to write fierce as they can. Get every word of this here. Get every word of this. You can go to the doctor and get cut up. You can go down to the dress shop and get made up. You can go down there and get drugged up. But at the end of the day, you were just a drugged up, dressed up, made up, cut up, man or woman. You ain't changed what God put in you, that DNA.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And a North Carolina Republican is not only the lieutenant governor, but he's also a preacher. North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is not a stranger to controversy. He gave a sermon back in 2021 that is coming back to haunt him.
You can't transcend God's creation. I don't care how hard you try. The transgender movement in this country, if there's a movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist, it is the transgender movement. And this same people going to tell me, you need to believe in global warming. And then they tell me, follow the science. Follow the science. You don't even know what gender you are.
Conveniently forgetting about his role as a public servant that represents all of the people, Robinson gave a flamboyant sermon on transgender rights. He called the human rights movement demonic and full of the Antichrist spirit, and that teaching about it in schools is dragging our kids down into the pits of hell. Robinson sounded like he'd been taking lessons in transphobia from Marge the Trainwreck Green and Kenneth Copeland instead of from the teachings of Jesus Christ.
It's time for grown-ups and time for Christians to start standing up and being unafraid to tell the truth. Come after me if you want to. I don't care. You want my head? Here it is right here. Come on, come get it. I don't care because it's time for us to stand up. Now I'm not afraid to stand up and tell the truth about that issue. They're dragging our kids down into the pit of hell, trying to teach them that mess in our schools.
In North Carolina, the governor and the lieutenant governor have separate ballots. Roy Cooper is the Democratic governor, and Robinson is just another Republican jackaloon that's obsessed with someone else's sexuality. There are so many other things that a pastor could be concerned with. Things like love, compassion, understanding, all the things that go with the Republicans' false claim of being the party of family values. Instead, Mark Robinson stands with the people who are constantly waging war on women, regulating their bodies, and taking big donor money at the same time.
What do you know about science? We don't even need science to prove what gender you are. It's two ways I can do this thing here. It's a simple way. We can go around the corner around here to the bathroom. You drop your pants or whatever you got on, and I can show you what you are. Or I can take a little blood out your arm and take it down here to the scientist. He can put it in his little petri dish and look at it. Oh, this is the DNA of a white male. Yes. What, is there anything in between? No, it's the DNA of a white male.
North Carolina is a key state for abortion access in the southern states. Since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, reproductive health care has been practically non-existent for women. Not only are Republicans trying to cut Social Security and Medicare for our seniors, they are attacking women's rights and trying to demonize our LGBTQ community. And they are doing it in the name of God. Mark Robinson is not a stranger to saying some horrible things. He has spewed some extremely inflammatory garbage over the years, using his bully pulpit. He's been trying to gain influence by speaking at NRA events and conservative gatherings. Robinson is considered one of the up-and-coming Republican turds rising to the surface. There was a good reason that our founding fathers separated the church and the state. They understood the danger that jackaloons like Mark Robinson could do in the name of God. Jesus sat with the marginalized and broke bread with them. He shared the good news with them without judgment. He demonstrated his principles through his words and his actions. Mark Robinson doesn't have a clue about that. He would have been run out of the temple by Jesus, like a dog with its tail between its legs. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.